Hey guys, and welcome back to Shin Megami Tensei 3, Nocturne. In this episode, the time has finally arrived to enter the final dungeon of the game. One of my all-time favorites in the series. But to get there, we have to actually go through the obelisk. This is sort of the lobby for the Tower of Kagetsuchi. And apparently we're really late, because literally every demon we've ever encountered is inside of this giant tower. Every character, every human. Well, there's only 3 humans now, so I guess that's not saying a lot. But all the mannequins, all the big shots, they're here. And well, we're not, so we gotta fix that, basically. Also, the random encounter rate might be sky high. That is also a thing. So even with Estoma on, we're gonna see our fair share of demons. And as far as demons go, we really need to update our party, but I'm lazy. So I'm gonna see if we could just barely survive the next major boss fight, which is one of my favorites, and I'm really looking forward to it. But we still have to get there, and we have a lot of floors to ascend to. So this room might seem kind of similar when we battle the 3 Sisters of Fate, and that's because it's the same one. If you recall, this is the area where Mystical was being held hostage as the maiden. And, well, we actually re-enter it, and that's how we ascend to the Tower of Kagetsuchi. I like it, but the tower itself, I don't like. It's, well, kind of evil. Also, this one random, block is just super HD, comparative to the rest of the game. I don't know why they spent so much time working on this specific thing, but they did. Anyways, it's time to ascend the Tower of Kagetsuchi. Let's go.
You were about to ascend my tower, and who wish to enter the light. Show me your heart. All I see is darkness inside you. No light remains in your heart, and your purpose is in defiance of my will. If you dare, then come before me with the 3 stones of treasure.
Sure thing. I'll get right on that. But, to get all the way up to the Kagetsuchi, we have to ascend his tower, which, yeah, if I haven't alluded to before, is huge. It's also covered in blocks. The Tower of Kagetsuchi is a part of Kagetsuchi, and Kagetsuchi is literally just a bunch of blocks. So I guess that makes sense, but get used to it. I don't know why, though, this place has a unique charm to me. Like, when I think back to my first time playing it, it left a really big impression on me, and I still think about that to this day. But, hey, you guys made it! What's up? We mannequins also climb the tower! I can see that. We've always been looking up. We've always wondered about Kagetsuchi. Yeah, same here, actually. Well, I haven't been looking up per se, but acknowledge its existence the whole game. The tower coming from Kagetsuchi. The obelisk drinking. It's all weird. Unlike me, I'm super cool. Yeah, sure. Sure, the coolest guy in town, bro. No one's denying that. But, there's a little kid also up here. He's kind of funny. I'm not sure if this actually gives you alignment points, because frankly, at this point, it wouldn't matter. But, hey, bro, what's up? What reason are you here to chill for? None of them? They all suck? That's an option! Always cracks me up, but, when I think about the first time I played through this game and, the state of mind I was in and the type of person that I was, overcoming this game, even with a guide, is pretty goddamn hard. So I like to imagine the type of people that push themselves to actually see it through to the end, and the sigh of relief when they realize this is the final dungeon, and maybe the sigh of a little bit of sadness, because hey, man, I liked this game so much. I don't want it to end, but I also want to see what happens in the end, you know, and given that this was one of the more popular games of this entire franchise, it makes me think about all the people across the world and how they viewed this specific area. And some hopefully liked it. I know I sure didn't, but that's just because some of the puzzles get ridiculous. So far, it's just been like a giant, like, dash to the end, because frankly, I'm sort of just ignoring all of the random battles, because this is what happens, literally. Like, they have a billion turns. Okay. I wanted to monologue about how cool your dungeon was, Atlas, but no, you guys... Frankly, though, as far as making videos, this place is a giant headache, and I'm not looking forward to the levels of frustration I'm about to have to deal with. But there is one silver lining in the fact that we've now reached this area. There's only 2 more Magatama to get in the game, per my personal playthrough. If you've been following this guide, there is one still in Asakusa that we have to acquire, which is right here, but there's also one that can only be purchased here in the Tower of Kagutsuchi. In between parts, I decided to go ahead and purchase the other 2 that we were missing from Asakusa, which I believe are... I think it's that one, and also Sophia. I'm going to be using Sophia just because I don't want any of the angels inside the Tower of Kagutsuchi to kill me in one hit with a Palmon, so you can do that if you want. But at this stage of the game, you really should not have too many weaknesses. Demons have so many different types of attacks, and the bosses that we're going to be fighting, if they realize that you are weak to a specific spell, they will spam that spell till you die. The AI is going to stop being stupid. And I'm going to say that so I can get blessed with good RNG, because the bosses are going to be stupid. But no, honestly, I don't think this game is too hard. If you just use buffs, you haven't gotten rid of Fog Breath on your main character, you should be okay. Again! I'm not going to sit here and fight 6 you nerds later. Oh my... Starting out, yeah, the demons are not the best. They're pretty annoying, but if you want to try and recruit some of them, now is the best time to do so. I also highly recommend the demon Dionysus of the Fury race, which he has a negotiation skill called Wine Party. It's really good and can help you get some of these more difficult to obtain demons. And here's like our only puzzle for this little segment. I don't know why. It reminds me of like a puzzle I used to like solve, or like had to solve as a little kid back in like when I was playing Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64. In the cloud level, like chapter 6 of that, there's this like numbered block puzzle, which I really don't get Nintendo's whole like obsession with block puzzles. Like, god dang, like they're all over the place. But yeah, that was really hard. But I feel this is somehow easier. Like, I don't know, I just did this one on the first try. Like, even when I was like playing originally, I was like, oh. And then here I come like many years later to actually record it for like video purposes, and I'm like, wait, am I stupid? This is the hardest thing ever. But no, it's actually pretty simple. We'll get the hang of it, no problem. All we gotta do is now turn around and come up this way, and we should be done. It's just that easy. Yeah, I'm good at video games. Okay, I play them ahead of time so I don't get lost for 4 hours, so I give off the impression. I'd say I'm honestly pretty mediocre at video games. I mean, I do okay in like multiplayer ones and like versus my friends, but you can't really be bad at these sort of games, you know? It's just repetition until you figure it out. Also, Cert's just a normal enemy now. Get used to that, mainline fans. Yeah, he's not really that tough though. He does eventually learn the skill Attack All though, and that has to be my favorite goddamn thing from this game. It just makes you feel so strong. Essentially, your basic auto attacks now will hit everybody. And wow, this room is really pretty. I forgot this. Dang, that's a nice effect. Honestly, if they ever do remake Nocturne, I don't think there is too much I'd want them to change, because fundamentally, just the things this game is known for, in my head anyways, are just so iconic and unique, and I wouldn't trade them for anything, like, ever. But, man, you really gotta change that chest mechanic. No one wants to spin around the Kagutsuchi to see if it's full to get the good item from the chest. That's just not goddamn fun, yo. But that's like the literal definition of nitpicking, so probably should not take it too seriously. But we're getting ready for one of our first boss fights here in the tower, and man, they are amazing. Like, for the whole game, you don't really do insane damage numbers, like 200's like, whoa. But fun fact, next boss we're about to fight has 6,000 HP. It would take a while to do his entire HP bar, but they actually lower the defenses of the bosses to make you feel really, really cool. That is really smart on Atlas's part. which is another example of sometimes less being more. But all the blocks here kind of torn up, and this guy fell down again. What's up? Why can't mannequins just stand up?
There's an incredible demon up ahead. It's big. It's red.
Is it a giant dog by chance?
Is it still there?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. So, this is the first reason battle. If the random encounters would ever let me stop to talk about it, that'd be great. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, that is like crazy. It does not always happen that way, but there's no way around this. This boss has essentially everything at its disposal. All elemental attacks, almighty damage, insanely strong physical attacks. Your party needs to be gods at this point. We are most definitely not that right now. We kind of honestly suck, but we're gonna get around that by equipping, this could go either really well or really bad. Screw it, I'm gonna use this. So, currently, Demi-Fiend has Pierce. So even if the enemy resists physical attacks, we will still go through. However, we do not have any party members that have Tarukaja to boost the attack stat of the Demi-Fiend. So things could get a little dicey. Also, well, we'll just explain mechanics as we go. But make sure you have debuffs. Sukukaja, incredibly helpful here. Just, if the boss can't hit you, you don't even need to heal. So definitely make use of agility, buffs, and debuffs. But here we go. Floor 223. Wow, we climbed a lot of stairs in that amount of time, but we sense a strong power. Let's enter.
Who stirs the silence? Who opposes the coming kingdom of Shijima? It is you.
It is me.
You have great strength. Your ideals, however, stand at odds with my own. Vile deceiver, I shall destroy you and erase your despicable greed.
Here he comes. Ahriman.
Amuse me with your strength, evil one, before eternal silence is upon us. If you do not heed my words, I shall send you to hell. This is but a game. Physical attacks are forbidden.
The chief evil god in Zoroastrianism turns out to be the demonic sponsor of Shijima. This guy is essentially Satan, but of a different world religion. And if you do not play by his game, he will kill you instantly. Characters with Endure and similar skills can get around this, but it is still a giant pain in the butt. So our best strategy is, yet again, we're gonna use 2 provokes, and the next turn we're going to try and Dikaja the foe. Hopefully we can survive that turn, but usually his attacks aren't anything too instant. Never mind. Yeah, he's +4 attack, but he went for 2 pretty weak attacks. I'll take it. So now we're pretty much going to pass to from Dante onto yeah, Demi-Fiend. His name is Nocturne now. Go to Amaterasu to heal up with prayer. Then we're going to use Dikaja. And we basically have to just keep stalling till he decides to change the rules of his game. This is a very interesting character to give to Shijima, or at least this specific alignment. For the majority of SMT, the law characters are usually portrayed as very good in a lot of their, like, aspects, you know, like stereotypical, characters, like, you know, they're not the bad guys visually, but Ahriman here is literally the devil in appearance, and uses something called Hell's Game. Why is that? Because essentially here, they're using the Gnostic depiction of Satan to kind of give the impression that this guy is the tester of man in his specific religion. I don't know, kind of fits in.
Let us continue. Spell attacks are forbidden.
That's fine with me, dude. Shoot, you can't even hit us, bro. So, eventually he will cast Ikaja, but that's totally fine with me. Now we can just go absolutely crazy with our physical attacks, and because we've lowered his defenses so stinking low, we are just straight up allowed to go crazy. However, we do need to be careful, because spell attacks are a good chunk of the game. However, I don't even want to risk it. Sometimes he will just decide, okay, spell attacks also include healing, and just kill your healers straight up. So you gotta be careful. But, we're free to just use items and stuff right now. Oh my god, that was crazy, dude. Yeah, I think he's gonna ban physical again, and...
Let us continue. Healing and items are forbidden.
That's fine with me, because, you're not really doing much anything with your laser eyes there, buddy. You're kind of slow as crap, but, this mechanic is not going to persist through in the entire battle. Eventually, he will just give up and decide to murder us. But that opens up an entirely different, problem. Yeah, things are going to get pretty tricky. I'm actually going to try and decrease his, physical attack, because frankly, I don't want to deal with that. And, continue to spam Tsukukaja. We're +3 on that now, so until he decides to do something about that with Dikaja, we're totally safe. Hopefully, we didn't crit. That might not be enough damage. I guess we'll see.
Enough of this game. Games are meaningless in a world of silence. Now you shall meet your doom.
Here we go. Phase 2. We get to hear my favorite song in the entire game, and this is where things are gonna get tough. The debuffs on the opponent have been cleansed, however, all of our buffs remain, which is really good for us. Now, because Ahriman has gone into a berserk rampage, he will no longer prevent us from using any form of attack. We're free to do as we please. However, the attacks that this guy can deal out are going to get increasingly difficult. And now it's access to a skill called Apocalypse, which does a lot of damage. That also does a lot of damage, but luckily it missed Amaterasu, or no, I think it missed Titania, so we're fine. Oh my god, guys, this music is so boss, dude. I love these fights so much. Like, they're just amazing. However, I'm pretty sure with Divine Shot and just access to Dante's Provoke skill, we should be okay, and we should survive. Will that happen? I don't frankly know. Some of these fights have been getting pretty dicey, but if you defeat Metatron, Ahriman should honestly not be a problem. Let's continue with our damage. Hopefully we get the crit with the Rebellion. Here we go, y'all! This is what SMT's about. Woo! I love this song so much. It's so great. But, oh god, here it comes. Apocalypse. He'll sprout his wings and then just blow up the whole world. Ow. Yeah, we totally survived that though, just because we lowered his ability to fight a little bit. Let's not do anything too crazy on Dante. Honestly, at this stage of the game, Demi-Fiend is pretty much just our carry, and everyone else on the team is just our water boys. That's just kind of how the game goes. I'm totally fine with that though. Might as well use another Tsukukaja. If we're capped out, we're capped out. Yeah, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. We're just gonna charge again and keep firing off Divine Shots turn after turn. Currently, Amaterasu doesn't have any MP though, which is really scary, but it doesn't matter. Ahriman is a complete joke. For whatever reason, his AI script will not let him get rid of the debuffs on him. Couldn't tell you why, but still, if you're not prepared and you don't know what's coming up ahead, this fight can be insane. But well, I do know what's gonna happen. So you're gonna lose. So much for your world of silence. We're sort of rejecting every type of creation here. It'd be really funny if that was the last hit. But chances are it's gonna be our boy Demi-Fiend. And Dante is just such a great demon all around, dude. He has never yield, so he'll always have a way to survive one fatal hit, and has provoke elemental attacks. He's a pretty good bro to have alongside you. Oh my god, never. Oh wow, I'm stupid. I thought that would finish him off. Amaterasu has no more MP. That's bad. Let's just use Medea Rahan to be on the safe side. The only downside of using Demi-Fiend to constantly pump out high damage physical attacks is that, yeah, we don't have anyone to use items. That's kind of an issue. But if we're getting hit for this little of damage, it doesn't even matter. Crud, we didn't even get hit that time, actually. We should be able to wrap this up. Like, as long as you can survive Hell's Game, basically, this shouldn't be too tough of an encounter. But, man, the symbolism here is kind of interesting because in traditional SMT, Satan is sort of seen as a tool of, you know, the higher power or the will of the world. And here Ahriman is sort of in a similar fashion. If you take Hikawa as sort of being his boss, he's just a tool to tempt man and, well, be this giant demonic power. Is he doing a good job? I don't think so, no. Not in my opinion. It's kind of interesting how Hikawa is kind of built up to be this dominant force throughout, you know, the entire game. And in-universe is pretty darn scary, but, kind of fizzles out towards the end. How about that? But, yeah, I'm just gonna go Demi-Fiend's turn, use a bead chain. We're at this stage of the game. We might as well just use everything we got. But, I'm surprised he's still hanging in there, man. What the heck? But, oh, this could be bad. If he gets a crit, this could be awful. Nope. Totally dodging everything. Oh my god. You're making this too easy for me, dude. I thought he'd use Dikasha by now, but guess not. I mean, Amaterasu's had 6 MP. No hyperbole for so many turns now. He could take advantage of that, but he really isn't. But, one thing it is kind of cool to point out is that he's specifically the Tyrant race in this game. They didn't even have to do that. They just did. I find that kind of cool. Should we disrespect and just try and go for the autos? Just end them? I think I could do that and get away with it. If we just dodge this next Megidolon, I think it's basically over. Wow, what a joke. Man, it does make you feel really cool, though, to be so weak for the majority of the game, and then just to pop off at the end and be like, yeah, we're not even remotely terrified of this thing. And we're doing this under-leveled. Keep that in mind. Oh, God, I might die. Don't kill me. Thanks. Okay. My own hubris knows no bounds, apparently. God.
Gotta do something to spice this video up.
Alright, so let's stop being stupid. Full heal with Titania. And pop off with one more divine shot. And that should end it. It's been cool, Hikawa, but yeah. I don't think your demonic sponsor was all that strong. Whirl of Stillness? Come on. That's really boring, even for you. Man. God. They put so much work into these bosses. Just when he's like exploding on the ground and twitching, God, I almost feel kind of bad. Oh wait, no I don't. Anyway, let's let's see. Honestly, pumping anything in any of our stats now is kind of pointless, because we're eventually going to get a Magatama that boosts all of our stats by such a considerable amount. It doesn't honestly matter, but hey, I got Avenge. Cool. I don't care. I want Gaia's Rage. That'd be nice to get. Hopefully we can get it next time. We'll see. Probably want to do some leveling up before we take on the next demonic sponsor. But, yeah, Hikawa, you lost. Big surprise. I mean, you were never really that intimidating, despite having so much understanding of the Vortex world and all this stuff. Never really took you seriously, and
it's so quiet. Too quiet. I see. The stillness has come from me. Wielder of strength, champion of want. Mold the world to your liking. It is no longer my concern.
we got the Earth Stone. Thanks, dude. Yeah, so Hikawa's dead. Like, forever. And apparently someone just came in here and swept his body away. How nice of the custodian staff of the Tower Kagetsuchi. I don't know, like, I'm feeling very conflicted. Because before I played this game, I thought Hikawa was this, like, weird, arcane, and, like, creepy villain. But in reality, some people might agree with his worldview. I'd be like, yeah, the world is too chaotic and noisy. Gotta shut that crap down. But now I'm playing it. He's just this dude with funny looking hair and, like, doesn't wear a shirt when he fuses with a demon. How very hypocritical of me to commentate on that. But, I don't know. What can I say? Game's just too goddamn easy. It's almost anticlimactic. I'm kind of bummed out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what the heck? Like, you made this tough for me. You made it tougher for me before, Ahriman. But, god dang. We're not even close to being done. That was just one boss of many more to come. Good God, stop doing that. Please don't kill me. Please. That was so close, dude. I still have the Gaia Magatama on. Holy crud, I gotta peace out. That made me almost crap my pants. I'm not gonna lie, yo. Ah, chick is here too. Dang, she's hot! Woo! It's the Incubus from the beginning of the game, but this is sort of like a miniature town, so to speak. Basically just a safe place where I can grind up for a little bit. And I like that, except there's like a couple damage floors. How goddamn annoying. So, we're gonna end things off here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this part. A lot more coming very soon, but I hope that I confuse some new demons in the next episode, because honestly, I love our party to death, but, well, not Amaterasu, because she's stupid there, but we need to get some stronger guys, because the next couple of fights are definitely not going to be as easy as Ahriman, so I gotta prepare. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.